What's up, K-Doilers? I'm Gabe, the Flash.
I bet you can't guess who I am.
He's playing peekaboo.
Oh, it's me. I'm Darren. I'm playing as myself today.
He forgot his helmet.
It's okay. I'm Brandon. Service means citizenship. Do you want to know more?
And it is I, Uncle Nasty, and I literally only become a wizard so I can zap my friends with lightning.
How did you do that?
Magic.
Through the power of editing. Oh boy, let's take our things off here today. Not knock anything over. Today we are going. Our whole video today is just say thank you to the sponsor, RPG.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you for letting us do this crazy stuff.
Building people.
Changing lives. You can check them out at rpghiring.com. And now to the real video, which is actually MoonKnight. I'm sure you got that with this sitting here literally next to us.
Arriba.
Yeah. So, are you telling us to hurry up?
No, I like that word.
He has food on the way. He wants to eat. Hurry up. Hurry up. I want to eat my food.
Thank you, Yamato.
Japanese food.
Arriba.
Anyways, yes, learn whatever hurry up means in Japanese.
We'll hurry up next time if you order us some too.
Arriba.
Anyways. So this week's topic is MoonKnight, seeing as Oscar Isaac just got cast for the MoonKnight series on Disney+. We figured it would be a good time to talk about MoonKnight since it is one of our favorites in the cave. I don't know why. He's kind of a weird character, but everybody just kind of likes him.
It's more Dad's favorite.
He looks cool. I mean, he's got this like satin, silky, white, silver-ish outfit.
He's Marvel's Batman kind of in a way.
I like Mr. Knight. I like the Mr. Knight outfit.
So he's an interesting character. Especially, it depends on which storyline you go with. He gets more interesting or less interesting to me.
See, I feel like they only snatched out of the Batman room in like one of the stories, like when he like tries to do away with the personality that actually has the powers of Khonshu. But we're getting way ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. So if you don't know about MoonKnight, we're going to tell you a little bit about it today, and then, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to tell you a little bit about it and
express that we are, despite they could go many number of ways with the series, we're excited.
We are. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
A little bit.
You should be excited too.
Definitely.
Just trade in your batarangs for a Moonerang.
Moonerang.
That is a real thing.
That is a real thing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Batman was clearly first, right?
Yes.
Marvel was like,
Oh yeah.
Marvel was like, well, we want that.
Well, 1975, like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like Monk was like, I got an idea. I'm like, that sounds like Batman.
Darren.
No.
Darren's not a fan of Batman, but do you like Moon Knight or Batman more?
MoonKnight.
Okay.
I don't even care for Batman at all. Like,
And
I don't
he
really.
doesn't, and he doesn't watch horror movies.
I don't even
He also
care
doesn't
for.
care for DC.
I was gonna say, you want to know if I don't even.
Who
care
has
for
the better
DC.
bad guys? You got to go Batman. Okay,
James Bond?
Who's no between Moon Knight and Batman? Who has the better bad guys?
John Wick?
Who are his arch rivals?
Say the Bushwhacker.
Yeah, Bushmaster.
Batman, you can name like 5 people right off the bat.
What was his name?
Bushman?
Bushman. That's it.
Bushman?
Yeah.
The guy that he kills pretty quickly?
Yeah. Cuts his face off.
Yeah.
And he comes back to life and he kills him again.
With 2 broke knees.
Yahtzee. Yeah. So Moon Knight's cooler than Batman, but Batman got picked up and actually has bad guys because Moon Knight, unlike Batman, has had several books, but none of them make any sense or relate to each other. They're just like, hey, Moon Knight's never been done before. Let's do Moon Knight in this goofy other book where he time travels or fights Hitler or
Ends up in an insane asylum.
and gets an Egyptian god's superpowers.
Or talks to Spider-Man about how many drugs he's on.
And then fights Morbius. And defeats Thor at one point and takes Mjolnir. Mjolnir?
Mule.
Jessica?
The hammer.
Have y'all seen that before?
I don't think so.
The video where it's like an interview, and it's like they're asking all the cast of the Avengers how to say Mjolnir, and he asks Paul Rudd, and Paul Rudd goes, Jessica? Anyway.
Now,
Samantha?
Anyways, we're off subject like normal. So yeah, let's talk about Moon Knight first, so people know about it.
somewhere around 1975-ish.
Werewolf by Night 32, created by Doug Monk and Don Perlin. Boom! There's a 9.2 right over there. Oh my goodness.
Wow, look at that.
Woo.
And here's a 7.0. Signed by Stan Lee.
Oh wow. If you're looking to spec on these books, it is way too late. You should have been specing like 4 or 5 years ago when they were still pretty high.
Yeah, but like you could get the first appearance, Moon Knight #1, for $10.
Oh yeah, you can get Moon Knight #1, his first solo series, for $10. And now a 9.8 is $485. This 9.2 right here, you could used to get those for like $500 like 4 years ago. Now
Small on $1 million.
$3,500 is the last one I sold. So crazy. Too late to spec on that, but good to look out for it. Like if you're looking through flea markets, I'm a big flea market antique store guy. I have found some good stuff in there. You just got to dig for it.
So if you do want a Werewolf by Night number 32, you know kind of what you got to pay for it, but it's like you said, make sure you look out for them. Or if you just want one, if you don't know about comics and you're like, yo, I love Gabe's Cave so much, they had one, I need one.
Just collect all the comics that you saw on the show.
That's right.
It's
right.
It's a huge deal
Games
that this
Cave
is
collection.
getting. It's a huge deal that this is getting a show for Disney Plus. Maybe not to y'all, but for like the comic people who like to collect comics and know about comics. People have been buying up this book.
That was rude.
I felt.
I mean, I didn't know if I was included with the y'all or not.
I feel insulted.
I know the history about this book. This book was going up like 5 years ago, and it didn't make
Elevated one.
any sense. There was no television or movie spec whatsoever. Like there was no like news about a movie, no news about a show. People were just buying it up for no apparent reason. Because there's like a huge underground that just liked Moon Knight,
Surprise.
and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Then they started coming out with statues and doing this and putting them in games, and he just got more popular. And it's just the book has gone up so much. I think Marvel had to take notice. They just did.
You know what else did that? Bloodshot. Didn't it?
What does Bloodshot have to do with Moon Knight?
It doesn't. We're talking about comics, man.
So what, Valiant?
Nothing to do with each other whatsoever, besides the fact that there was a small underground of people that really liked him.
No, this was a different level.
Okay, whatever. You know what?
You know what?
Brandon.
Brandon just
Different
thinks
level.
he's elevated one over here.
Brandon, the expert.
The other expert.
I'm not trying to be.
Chris,
No.
the other expert.
No. It was Chris is the expert. He's the other expert.
I'm not trying to be contrary.
Whatever.
Nah, he's just
doesn't
trying to be
matter.
the
Brandon,
elevated one.
continue what you're saying about the Moon Knight.
Why are we excited again? Oh, was I not excited? That's right, I wasn't
I'm
excited.
talking about the comic portion of it.
Oh, yeah.
Comic portion of it. So if you actually want to read the comic, it starts out kind of hokey. He's actually kind of lame. Like by today's standards, he's kind of lame.
He had a good.
When he first started out.
Yeah, they built him up kind of well.
Now they built him up over time through the 80s and 90s, but like he said, it was randomness. It was
makes
just
sense.
it didn't make sense. Now if you're looking for like a good story wise, like you want to be engaged in the story, I highly recommend the 2016 series Moon Knight, Volume 6, written by Jeff Lemire, who's an excellent writer. If you like comics, you know who Jeff Lemire is. Basically, he wakes up in an insane asylum, and he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know where he is. He's in a straitjacket. He's in a padded room, and he's there with other characters from the Moon Knight universe. And he's basically getting treated for dissociative personality disorder. So it's very interesting. It's a deep dive in psychological type stuff, sort of like the New Mutants was sort of doing, except he actually doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, and And in that storyline, previously in previous storylines of Moonlight, those people, his friends of his.
Did you say Moonlight?
Did I say Moonlight?
You said
Moonlight.
It is highly possible that I said Moonlight.
You definitely said Moonlight.
When he was Moonlight in the mental institution.
Moonlight in the Moonlight.
He meant Moon Knight was just moonlighting.
All right.
But all those people that he was in there with, his friends and whatever, they're all dead. In previous stories, they've all died.
Okay.
So that's why that one's it is kind of weird, kind of like the New Mutants thing.
All right.
Because as a reader, you're supposed to know that they're dead.
Oh,
He doesn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I wouldn't know.
So you don't even really. It's unclear whether or not. By the time he gets out of the mental institution, it's still unclear whether or not he even knows whether or not he was hallucinating or not.
But it just depends on which direction Disney Plus wants to go in. We don't really know which direction storyline they're going with. Obviously, they're going to do an origin, right?
Yes.
You would think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And hopefully they do it off the first one, so we actually know.
Well, they changed it up and they more modernized him up to the Cold War, and that was the most modernized version of his military background, was that he was in the Cold War, and then he went to the CIA or was a spy or whatever it was, and that's when he whatever happened to him with him and his brother.
I definitely don't want to see an entire series about a mental institution.
No.
Well, no,
I would rather it be
it
like-
just starts out that way.
I'd rather it be at least meeting up with Khonshu, the Egyptian god of the moon, and getting superpowers and.
Right.
Well, the book just starts out that way, and it's just really interesting. Sort of like New Mutants, except not so. The whole movie's not in the mental institution.
I'm betting they're going to go off the story, like I just said, where they did it up to the Cold War, but I bet that they'll go off that storyline, but they'll modernize it even more. They'll bring it up sooner than the Cold War.
And see, if they do the mental institution, they might do flashbacks of like the origins.
Let's say that.
If they do the mental institution,
Because that seems to be the trend, is they show them currently, but then they have like flashbacks of like their origin. That seems to be like a popular thing now. Like instead of starting at the beginning, they start at the end and then go back to the beginning and they come back to the end
right?
and they go to the middle
Yeah.
and they go back to the end again.
Talking about The Witcher?
Yeah, the
Super
Witcher-
confusing.
The Witcher does that a
The
lot.
super
yeah.
confusing show where you don't really know what time is the time until the last episode, and you're like, okay.
Like, oh, they found each other.
Oh,
Cool.
okay. That wasn't set 10
Oh.
years ago.
I hope season 2 is more watchable.
Straightforward, yeah. Literally, if you didn't like do any kind of background research, you had no idea what's going on.
We're entirely off topic.
So we get the backstory of Mark Spector, who we're going to have some type of military background. We know that. We're going to have some type of CIA or
Do we want to tell the
Intelligence.
viewers the background of Mark Spector real quick?
yeah. I
little
mean,
bit of a story?
there's several.
I mean,
There's several.
just the initial Werewolf by Night,
Yeah.
Moonlight #1, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's started out as a boxer, and then he went to the CIA, then he became a mercenary, and he was a mercenary out in Africa, and what was the guy's name?
Frenchie
Bushman.
He's working for Bushman and
With
uh,
with
I thought
Frenchie.
it was with Bushman.
for Bushman. Working for Bushman, he was his boss, and with Frenchie, that almost fell over. They found an Egyptian dig site or site, a tomb, whatever you want to call it, or whatever, and it was Khonshu, the Egyptian gods. I don't know. It was like a statue or something. They found it. They were going to dig it up, and then Bushman was going to make a bunch of money on it. And they ended up killing his whole crew, and he fought Mark to the death. He won, obviously. Bushman did. Mark is like flip-flopping on the ground, about to die. And then the people who upkept what was it? What a dig? It was a dig site. They dug it up. It was a
Archaeological.
it was a temple. Yeah, it was a temple. The people who like the followers of Khonshu took him and took him to this temple altar thing. Yeah, and Khonshu came into his brain and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you a second chance of life, but all you got to do is let me be your avatar." And that was his second personality, MoonKnight. He was like, "I'm gonna give you superpowers, like extra strength and all this other stuff, and you can go back to life and go fight this dude."
Kind of like Spawn, but not as cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna give you a Moonerang.
yeah, Moonerang.
Oh, he didn't get the Moonarangs till later.
No, he didn't.
A little later. But
Way later.
So basically, he comes back to life. He's all healthy again. He goes and fights the dude again. Did he kill him right there?
yes,
cut his
he
face
come back
off?
to life and killed him.
Yeah, he comes back to life and cuts his face off with something.
But in different storylines, he's back.
Wait.
Right, and then he fights other people and ends up fighting like Morbius and with Spider-Man and Daredevil and all these other things because he has no villains, so he's just like hey-oh and comes out of
Well,
nowhere.
he has Seth.
Seth is his only like villain.
Right.
And he had a lot of different. He didn't start out with like a lot of storylines. Basically, his main things when he first started out was he did a lot of cameos in different comics, like Marvel 2-in-1. He was in
West Coast
While he was
Avengers.
fighting, yeah, that's right.
He did a lot with Spider-Man.
He time traveled too.
He time traveled. He did stuff with Fantastic Four. So throughout kind of his history, he didn't have like a lot of solo books like other characters. He was in a lot of like series, like where it's a group of people or he's working with somebody else.
As he would bounce around and artists and writers would get him, they'd stick around for 6 books or so.
Yeah.
They'd hand him off to somewhere else, or they'd get a little limited run and it wouldn't sell well and they'd stop after 6 books. But nobody ever gave up on him. And fun fact, Hawkeye is actually who made his Moonarangs and all of his weapons.
When he time traveled.
Yeah, and you find that out when he time travels, yeah.
Yeah, Hawkeye time travels back to ancient Egypt with the temple people, the followers of Khonshu, and lifts his stuff, and they've been studying it for all these years, and then when he goes back to the temple to speak with them, they're like, oh, by the way, here's all this cool stuff from back in time. And it was Hawkeye. So then he's like, Moonarangs. Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess the next important factor here is, because we know there's a show, we have him the backstory, we go on for a lot of different storylines. Who is going to play Moon Knight?
Who is going to play Moon Knight?
Who is going to play?
Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. Nope. That's what everybody thought.
Nicolas Cage.
It's what also nobody thought. Say somebody random so I can say no to that too.
John Wick.
You just thought, well, there you go.
Actually, a lot of people thought it was going to be Keanu Reeves. So
That would have been cool.
that would have been cool. Yeah. But no, it's not him either. It's Oscar Isaac, and I think I said that earlier. And
Who?
Yeah, you did.
Oscar, you mean it?
Poe Dameron.
Okay.
Who?
Poe Dameron from Star Wars.
Never heard of her.
He's going to be.
Me neither.
I wish I didn't know her. He is. What is Paul Atreides' dad name in Dune?
Oh, no, I don't remember now.
What is his dad's name? Paul Atreides' dad in Dune. The king.
I forgot.
Yeah. Anyways, he's gonna be the Duke of whatever in Dune. Paul Atreides' dad.
Frank.
In the one coming up, 2021.
Frank Herbert's dude.
Yeah, Frank Herbert's Dune. Yeah, he played in Triple Frontier, which was a really cool movie. He was Spider-Man 2099 at the end credits of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, meaning he will have a big part in the new Spider-Verse movie that's coming out.
Hey, that's going to be cool.
He was in Ex Machina. He was in Robin Hood with Russell Crowe. And lots and lots of other movies. I think there's like 51 movies, and he's now seems to be like his last couple of years, he's really stepping up and getting in a lot of movies.
I think he's paid his dues. He's shown that he's versatile, and that he's finally getting what he deserves. He's getting his own show, and I think he's worked hard to get to this point.
I'm not unhappy.
No.
Wait. Yeah,
I think he plays his parts well.
Well,
I just think he got served a bad movie.
Who?
Oscar Isaac in Force Awakens.
No, I think Disney really likes him, so they've put him in Star Wars,
I think he's
Spider-Man,
really,
and now
I
this.
think he's really good. I just think they gave him a bad movie.
You know what? I think what probably helped him, besides the Star Wars stuff, because he was a good actor and he was a popular character, between him and what's the other guy? Him and the other guy, the only ones that saved that movie. Everybody else
Kylo
sucked.
Ren?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kylo Ren.
Yeah, everybody else just sucked. Anyways, I think what
Ben Swallow.
what made them want to get him, I think he kind of proved that he could be sort of crazy. If you ever seen that movie Ex Machina,
Never seen it.
he's sort of crazy. He invents basically this android, and
I kind of know
he does a
what it's
good
about,
job at kind of shady, crazy type guy, and he did a really good job. And I think that'll come through with his performance in Moon Knight.
And
I hope they pick it up in the show where we are kind of now, where he kind of knows that it's not really that he actually has a mental disorder. It's that him being possessed by Khonshu is what's given him all these other different,
From what I was reading, like the way it all is written out, like you said, he was in a mental institution. It's like from everything you read online, it's not that he's just crazy.
Right.
It's that Khonshu, he was just a straightforward dude for all these years, and then Khonshu gets in his brain and it makes him a little
nuts.
Right, but for so long though, that's not even discussed or brought up. It's like that's not what's wrong with him. It's always put off that it's a problem with him, and that he's weak-minded, and that's why Khonshu picked him or whatever, because he was not strong-minded enough to be able to fight off those things inside his own mind. So now though we know that Khonshu being in him is actually what's caused all of his mental problems. We know that now in the storyline, where they tried. It's like almost every writer that come along, they kept it like it's just him, Then like there was even the one guy, the 2016 series, the writer, who was he?
Jeff Lemire.
Okay, he wanted the book, and the whole reason why he wanted the story is because he literally wanted it to bring attention to mental problems and stuff like that. And that's why that series starts out with him in the mental hospital, and you see the story develop from there. So writers, they have their different avenues, the way they want to look at it. Well, where we're at right now is that MoonKnight is aware that the problems that he's had has been because he is inhabited by Khonshu. And dude, it's a roller coaster ride of watching all these different people because he never really picked up and went anywhere and never really got real popular. So all these writers that wanted to work on him, it was like they come in, and it was disappointing to watch them come in and put 6 books into it, and it hadn't picked up, and they just like gave up on it.
I'm out.
And they'd be off to the next writer. And that's really, it's almost like the curse of MoonKnight. You know what I mean? He had so much potential, and there were so many different people putting their hands on it at one point in time that you could have literally just went any direction. And if you'd have just stayed with it, you could have made it cool. But he's just bounced all over so much that, I'm betting on it's going to be the guy in the suit with just the white mask as the MoonKnight. It's not Mr. Knight. It's not going to be this MoonKnight. That's what I'm thinking.
And I'm wondering how they'll do the costume, because the costume might look stupid if they try to do like the traditional original white costume.
Try and get that cloak like that.
It's going to look weird. I mean, they might have to do like a darker gray, sort of like this is. I don't know if it's coming through on camera.
The first Batman suit, live action Batman suit, a little ridiculous. But look at what we have now. They could do
this
something.
is for this show to make it. It has to be
awesome.
It has to be updated. I don't know what they'll do, but hopefully they can figure out a way to do it justice.
I hope they focus more on him kicking booty and not on him taking medication. You know what I mean?
It's just see him fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's like a kind of dark and gritty.
Yeah.
So bad.
The last thing that we need is some type of media's suggestion on what to do about mental problems is the whole sole focus of this television show.
Yeah, I just want to see him fighting people.
Yeah.
Like literally, John Wick.
I want to see him do MoonKnight things.
John Wick's you watch John Wick, not for the plot, but for just the cool action. Like literally from the minute you sit down to the minute you get out of the credits, like just action.
A little bit.
And I hope it's not too PG. Because that was MoonKnight's whole, that's MoonKnight's whole thing. MoonKnight is...
it's on Disney Plus.
He's like Deadpool, but not as funny.
Or like Punisher. He's...
Yeah, there you go. He's like Punisher.
He's not Batman. He'll kill you. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
He's gangster with it like that.
Yeah.
And he has powers.
Right.
Mandalorian has surprised me with how far it'll go with the violence, which is more than I thought it would show on Disney. So hopefully it'll get to that.
Wherever that line is,
that line.
We need to be right there on that line.
It's got to be on the line.
It's got to be on the line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not going to be on the John Wick line. It's going to be behind that.
It's going to be on the other line.
Yeah.
It's going to be like on the John Wayne line.
Wow, that's a little too low, buddy.
John Wayne could.
Well, here's a line. And on this side of it, he ain't Batman.
No,
on this side is Rufio, and I'd rather be on Peter Pan's side.
wow.
I just took it back to the 90s right there.
What's going on?
Rufio.
We were talking about Robin Hood a minute ago, and Brandon says he likes the Disney's like Robin Hood with the fox better than like the other Robin Hoods.
The Disney cartoon from the 70s is the best Robin Hood movie to date. That's my hot take. The best Robin Hood movie is that cartoon. Changed my mind.
What do you think?
Changed my mind.
I don't disagree.
I entirely disagree.
Changed my mind.
You
Have
like
you
that
seen
one
it?
better too?
The little old cartoon thing? I mean, it's the Robin Hood tale.
No, I entirely.
Have I seen it?
Have y'all seen it?
Yes, I will have. I
Maybe.
used to watch it in school
Great movie.
every time.
I like the
watched
Russell Crowe
movie.
Robin Hood.
Low key, one of the best Disney movies ever.
Black Hole was the best Disney movie ever made.
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
Bambi.
I've never even seen Black Hole.
Never
I
seen
heard
it.
it's terrible. I just heard it's completely
I don't know what that
garbage.
You never seen Bambi?
No.
If you don't have
I
something,
watched Bambi get
Well,
eaten by.
that's how come he don't
Like
know the
Killer
golden
Whale.
rule. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Well, now you know a little bit about Moon Knight, and as usual, when we talk about some random stuff, we always give away some random stuff. And we're going to give away this Moon Knight card.
And that is,
Tone Rodriguez.
Yeah, Tone Rodriguez actually did this year, earlier this year. Did he do this on the live show?
He did.
this
He
my
did this-
dude.
He did this on the live show that we had earlier this year, our first live show. And we've just kept it in the back because it was kind of cool. And we kind of have a thing for Moon Knight and Green Hornet.
And cards.
And cards. There's a really cool one. Brandon, scoot over, let Gabe get that out of there.
I don't. It'll knock the stands over.
Just get it out.
Okay.
I wanted to get it out early before we
We're
started.
going to give away, for this giveaway, just this card. We'll show some more stuff later. So for this card, this is a special card. If you're not first,
You're last.
you're last.
So this is Dad's like
Wait a minute.
4-piece card.
Wait. We'll do that in a second. So yes, we're giving away this one here. Wait, are we giving them first place or last place?
If you're not first, you're last.
Yes. All right, so
Well, I mean,
if you're not first, you're last. So we're giving away, but that's later.
Shake and bake.
Shake and Bake, Magic Man. We're giving away this one right here by Tone Rodriguez. Yes, sir. So make sure you comment on this video if you want to win this, as well as the other cards, because in typical fashion, we are giving away a bunch of stuff. Especially closer to the end of the year, we're giving away a ton of stuff anyways, just because we've got a bunch of cards left and we're trying to get into season 2. And it's Christmas. Yeah.
Merry Chrysler.
Feliz Navidad.
So we were at a show one time. I wasn't there. Y'all were at a show one time. We found this in the bin
Dad
of.
finding that.
No,
I just
Mom
thought it was
found it.
awesome.
Mom found it. It was in the bin of cards that no one wanted, and this
Wait,
is.
was that in the?
I don't know. I wasn't there. This is a Marvel premiere. I think it's like the Masterpiece or whatever it is, and it is a 4-card panoramic thing. Brandon wants some Masterpiece cards. Is Master?
They're way too expensive.
Brandon really wants some Masterpiece cards like so bad, but he can't find them. So yeah, I hope you can see
It's
that.
got a thing on the back.
And then they do also draw on the back, which is really cool. So
Like a 4-thing card for a full.
If they
The
had
fact that that was in the I don't really want it bin,
it was.
that's crazy.
It was in the the guy. It was in the box of just make me an offer, or whatever. I don't care.
I guarantee you put that on the eBay, that's like a $500.
I think it came with the case too. Mm-hmm. Like
Oh yeah, it did.
I mean, just as is with this cool because they had to make one for it because it's so big.
If you put that up in a Marvel Masterpieces group, that'd go somebody buy that for $500. Right now.
If this was a Star Wars 4-card like this, people would be asking like $2,000 for it. Like any of the books, like not the panoramic 2-card, but like the book thicker ones. People are like $500-$600 for those.
It's craziness.
It is. I mean, given they're good.
You find one like that with Sabretooth on it, you let me know. I've started a new kick.
You like Sabretooth?
I've always liked Sabretooth.
So you like Lee Schreiber?
Do you like fingernails?
Do you like 9-inch nails inside of your eyelids?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about right now?
Sabretooth? Do you not know who Sabretooth is?
I'm also going to show off this really cool Moon Knight action figure from.
Why did you get to quote him? I can't.
from 1997. Gabe thinks this man looks like a
WrestleMania action
Moon
figure.
Knight luchador.
He's got the championship belt on, dude.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, he literally is a Moon Knight luchador. Hold on, because at the back it says his specs. Height 6'2", weight 225.
From parts unknown.
And he literally has like the luchador, but I just noticed that. You know what, Gabe? You're a genius.
I'm a genius.
Also, we found this one the other day. Someone found it for him, but this is a Walgreens exclusive Moon Knight. He's kind of hard to find right now.
That is a hot one right there.
He's kind of hard to find right now.
That's
And
a
the
hot
second we found it, the next day we found it at the
we
con.
found two. We found two.
Yeah,
of
the dude
them.
had two at the con.
Yeah.
And it was just about as cheap.
Like
It
was like quadruple the price.
I thought it was the
No.
same.
No, it's $5 more.
You sure?
Yeah.
Was it?
They were $5
were
added on whatever.
25.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were like. Oh,
No.
my bad.
They were like 25.
I thought they were like $10 at Walgreens.
And I believe you
All
have
that
a
dude's
Moon
actually
Knight.
$19.99. Yeah.
I know you guys have a Moon
You're
Knight
talking about the Black Series. The
Funko
Black
Pop.
Series were a lot more.
I believe you have a Moon
How
Knight
come everybody
Funko Pop.
stopped talking at once? It was like a low roar in here.
I don't know where the Moon Knight Funko Pop is. I'm sure he
We
has.
have
It
a
was
Moon Knight
Walgreens
Funko Pop?
exclusive. Yes,
I'm sure he does.
you did. It was a
Somewhere down there.
Walgreens
You
exclusive.
certain I have it?
Yes.
Bottom line
Were you
is,
there when you got
Moon
it?
Knight is cool. And a whole bunch of new people are going to get to find out how cool Moon Knight is, as long as they don't mess it up. Come on, Disney.
I mean, it's coming soon. Brandon, you want to put this behind you over there, buddy?
At the top is a little
Yeah,
wobbly.
he's wobbly.
Wibble wobble.
We'll need this because you know what time it is. It's time to give some stuff away, man.
Yeah, we got to find some winners.
Yeah, we got to show them what we're giving away first.
Oh, and what we're giving away is the cards from last week, right? And they're awesome.
yeah, they
Say
are.
winners or wieners?
Just both the same thing.
Same thing. Doesn't matter. Anyways, these are from Jamie Richards. These are fantabulous. And if you watched last week's video, I'm hoping you did. We're giving away 10 of these.
10.
He was the late bloomer of the group who gave us these recently, and we have a whole stack, so we got to get rid of them. And that means just more people to win.
10.
Huge giveaway from last week. And if you didn't see them, we'll just kind of toss them up here real quick.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Spawn, Wonder Woman, Galactus, Wolverine.
These are from last week, so these are not the ones we're giving away right now. Or we're about to give these away. These are not the spotlight. These are last week's spotlight. Just
Harley Quinn.
because there's so many of them, you may have missed them.
Arriba.
So many cards here.
Wow.
10 of them. Take your pick. Brandon, find us some winners so we can give these away, man. All right, so because there are 10 people, we're not going to sit here and just individually do them like this. Instead, our magic man from the Twilight Zone, Chris, is going to pop them all
Not
up
that
on the
Chris.
screen right here.
Well, he-
After this Chris, Uncle Nasty waves his wand in front of it.
Leviosa.
Fuego! Did it work? Yes, it did. Congratulations to the top 10 people here. We'll have the random.org video in the video, obviously. And if these 10 people don't respond, we got to keep going down the list. So if you're number 11, bank on someone else, not
What if there's
not
only like
comment.
5 comments?
That never happens.
And
since-
that
I know,
doesn't happen
I know,
since,
but
like,
like
episode
it was
0. That didn't
I
happen.
know, but it was like, what if?
Well, what if you fall down the stairs later?
I'm gonna assume you push me.
You want to make it happen? 'Cause
I
we can
don't.
do that.
It'd be a safe assumption.
Yeah, it would be. I was going to say that, but he beat me to it. Anyways.
Is it because I tried to make a building now?
Anyways, back to the point. We're going to give away 10 cards this video regardless, but these are the top 10 people. But in the random.org video, make sure you watch it, because if your name was number 11 and
Somebody didn't claim.
someone doesn't claim, basically if you commented on this video, just send us an email anyways. Because when we see that your email is right here and you're number 11 and someone don't claim, we're just going to send it to you.
That's right.
Hey, so make sure you just send us an email right here, right now.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
If your name was on that list, send it. Boom.
Free stuff.
And we'll just go ahead and get it out.
Free stuff.
We got a bunch of stuff left this year to get rid of.
And it has to go.
Free stuff.
It's
And if
gotta
we
go.
couldn't get any
Closeout
cooler than
sale.
that person, we got somebody cooler coming up.
I don't know about cooler, but we got someone who's equally as cool. Who I have,
Everybody's cooler.
well, cooler. It is cooler type of season because it's getting cold outside.
Everybody's cooler.
Cooler.
When they come up, they gotta be cooler.
Well, I'm gonna say I have a lot from this person, a lot of in my collection. So if you don't know who it is, make a guess right now.
Chris Franklin.
Yes, sir. Chris, can you give me like 15 cards with your doodle on it real quick? Just doodle on like 15 cards and so it can be true. He's not responding. Instead, this week's artist spotlight is none other than Candice Dailey.
Daily Doodle.
And we have Ben Swallow, the man who carried the entire sequel trilogy on his swole back.
Wasn't that
Ben Swallow just...
Wasn't that DC Universe Online?
Sounds a little.
Isn't that
What'd
what
you
that
say?
game was?
Sounds a little too much. You gotta dial it back.
No, he
Okay,
carried
so
it.
first off, I said that. When he did carry the whole thing on his back, but I said that.
But then you said that he was swole.
Have you seen anything Candice posts? Literally every other thing she does is like Ben Swallow. She's got a thing
wait,
for
no,
him.
no, wait,
That's
wait,
why I
wait.
said that.
Is she
Have you seen
one-
the
is she
original? The original Ben Swallow thing?
Yeah.
It was DC Universe Online?
Oh no.
Is she
somebody
the
made
one
a
that
character.
posted that his body was like poetry?
Probably.
Is she the one?
We love
Maybe
you,
she was
Candace.
the one.
We love you, Candace.
If it
yeah.
wasn't, you can steal that. Maybe I just made it up. I don't know.
I don't know, but
His body was like poetry.
Has she not seen me? Like, why is she obsessed with that dude?
I don't know.
I just set these at her without actually saying anything. But
Ooh.
we have Ben Swallow. We've got Link from the Zelda series. We have Trunks from Dragon Ball.
Metroid. I don't remember her name now. Dang it.
Samus?
Yeah, Samus.
Is
Is
it
it
Sam?
Samus? Samus. It's Samus. Right?
Sammy's.
I don't know.
It's Samus if that's...
Something's, yeah, anyways. We have the child. We're not going to call him Baby Yoda because that's not his identity because we ain't there yet.
Lil Yeta.
We have Harley Quinn and Ben Swallow's dad, Harrison Swallow.
Which one's your favorite? D.
Why couldn't that dude's last name be Ford?
Because
Swallow.
Han Solo?
Han Ford.
Han.
No.
I don't know what we're talking about. I like Trunks, man. He's really cool. And then followed by Ben Swallow.
I like Swallow.
I'm going Trunks too.
I like Harley Quinn.
Wow.
I like the garbage man.
Wow.
I like the photorealism stuff.
I do
It's getting
too.
redone.
Yeah.
I like this, but I'm a Trunks guy. The sword, and he had the split in his hair.
Mm-hmm.
That was right up my alley when
Is
I was
that
a
future
teenager.
Trunks or normal Trunks?
That's normal Trunks.
Was it future Trunks stronger because he was in a more unstable time?
No, future. Well, I guess.
Because he had a harder life, so he was stronger.
Well, when he first come back, the teenager Trump first come back from the future or whatever, he wasn't really all that strong. I mean, he come back already being able to go Super Saiyan, but that wasn't. I mean, him coming back being able to go Super Saiyan was what actually helped the other guys figure it out quicker. So him actually coming back and helping Goku and Vegeta figure out the whole Super Saiyan thing actually helped him become stronger.
Why are we talking about Dragon Ball
I don't know, because he asked me a question and I'm like,
Answer
I used
it
to
after
run
the
red
show.
lights to
Answer
get home
after the
from
show or
high
answer it
school
in the comments.
so I could watch Dragon Ball Z. Literally would run red
I'm
lights.
like midway through it right now.
It's pretty good.
I liked Dragon Ball with young Goku better.
Yeah.
Of which, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch some of the interviews we
He's
did.
really excited about this.
Go back and watch some of the interviews we did at the Cowtown Comic Con because I actually did an interview with the voice of Goku, young kid Goku,
And Trunks.
and kid Trunks, Goku, and Gohan.
And Broly. Different guy.
I did with Vic, who was the voice of Broly, and Edward from Full Metal
Dude,
Alchemist.
he has a following, bro. That video with him, you interviewing him, it's got the most views, like, out of all the interviews, like, hundreds, like, quick.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Oh yeah, he was a cool guy. Yeah, he did a good interview when he got up and walked off on you. I was cracking up.
Yeah.
If I'd have had something in my mouth, I'd have spit it out. It was funny.
No, you were loud.
Yeah.
Loud laugh.
He was laughing.
Yeah, you're like,
Like that.
no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Candice Dailey, everyone, these are fantastic. I think some of them, no, I don't think any of these are oil, actually. I know they're not. These are all painted, I think acrylic. She works her magic with the paints. She's crazy like that.
She got good art.
Make sure you leave a comment. Tell us which card is your favorite, what you liked. If you're looking forward to MoonKnight, if you like his glasses, or if you want me to push Gabe down the stairs tonight.
If you're happy to have Brandon back.
Yeah, Brandon, where have you been?
You've been sleeping.
I was sleeping.
Oh,
I already had a sandwich.
man's hibernating for the winter
It's getting that time of year.
already. Already. Brandon the bear.
I'm not. I would be considered a bear. Yeah.
I'm gonna call you Yogi.
Yogi?
Yogi.
No. Then I'll push you down the stairs.
Be careful with my blasting rod.
Uh-oh.
We got the sketch cards.
That's right. Look at that. More importantly than all of the above, we got Chris. We got Chris out of the back. These are my favorites. If you want them, I'll give these away too.
Best ones that we've ever.
This
had.
is going in the loot box for dead last.
Yes, it is.
Loot box.
Signed by
Right
all
there.
of us.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'll sign it.
I'll do it.
That's going in the loot box. There you go.
Boom.
There it is. All right.
The wizard has spoken.
Sweet. All right. Well, I think that wraps up today. Make sure you know what you need to do. Just comment, subscribe, like, hit the bell,
Share.
hit the bell. So if you subscribe to like 50,000 people, we'll pop up on the first on the top. Yeah, share it.
Sharing is caring.
And don't forget about our sponsors.
RPGhiring.com. Building people, changing lives.
Boom.
Now Chris gets to go eat.
Oh yeah!
We'll see you later.
Okay. Whatever. Goodbye.